Welcome to Lower Class Podcast. This is Ziggy.
This is Pony, your favorite alcoholics.
Yeah, we decided to do a podcast today. It's Monday, the 10th of July. We were supposed to have some guests on our show, but we can get a hold of anybody.
Life.
And the person we tried to get, she had to
Work.
She had to go to work tonight, so she can't do it today.
Yeah. Trabajo. Fuck, life is scary. So, what me and Michael or Ziggy were talking about here, we were talking about the deep web. Sorry for, we sound kind of off. Our, what is it called? The idea juices kicked in.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes ago.
And by the way, we're also using a brand new mic that I just got in the mail. I think I got it on Tuesday last week. And I tested it out and everything, and it sounds pretty fucking clear.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm literally wearing earphones, hearing my voice.
Hearing both our voices.
Oh yeah, both our voices. My bad.
Yeah.
But yes, so due to some setbacks on having people over, like always, it's not. We used to be butthurt. We just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll have some more guests once we get this podcast actually rolling. You know, like I'm trying my best here to actually to promote the podcast on social media. I have a Twitter account. I have a website, Facebook, Instagram, and hopefully that'll reach out to some people that love listening to podcasts.
But yeah, so continuing with our little conversation, we were talking about the deep web.
Yeah.
We were talking about the deep web. And then what we were talking about is how to access it and what not to do. I have some experience, more of like beginner's experience. And
Yeah,
how to
I got like no experience with the deep web. As for, me, I just hear stories about the deep web off YouTube, and there's this one dude that on YouTube, he's pretty good. He has like 100 episodes of the deep web, and he talks about like all the things you could do on there. You could get counterfeit money, you could get drugs, you could get guns.
Actually, from seeing all his what do you call it, his episodes, has he bought in anything off the deep web?
I don't know. I think it's more like for just
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's anything serious. I don't think he's actually trying to do anything on there, because a lot of stuff there is pretty fucking illegal. I've seen YouTubers like some like on the deep side of the YouTube, the dark side of YouTube, people actually buying counterfeit money. Like it comes in the mail, like one of those post office fucking things. It's like, don't they check those?
I know, right?
It's a crime for counterfeiting money.
It's like, oh shit, that's a lot of money in this bag.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, yes, watching, like, there's a lot of people who do it. I've only done like the surface of it, and to the point where I can, where we can, because I know there's on the surface feature of it, there's something called pink meth. Pink meth is like a bunch of exes of women who get together, and then all these selfies you guys take, these naked selfies, let's just say that, and they post it up on the deep web, and then people have access. It looks kind of like what is it? Kind of like catalog, and you go on it and you can see everybody's like nudes.
Oh, like their private pictures and all that shit.
So I might remember like all this thing that's going around saying nudes. Just mind you, people will post them up on here. You break up with somebody, you do something bad, obviously you are gonna be seen. And not only that, on top of that, they actually put the age and the address where they live at.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the top of these pictures, they put addresses, phone numbers. These are exes who are like completely pissed off. So they're gonna want people just make their life a living shit.
Yeah, but then again, we don't really know a lot of people that actually explore the deep web. I mean, you and me are probably the only ones that kind of know about it.
Some of it. Well, I think a friend, Susana, kind of knows a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
From what I heard. But that's, you can access that. I've accessed that part of it. Well, man, because I'm like, oh my god, what's pink meth?
Yeah, it's just out of curiosity. Like me personally, like if I were ever to explore the deep web, which I haven't done yet, I might do. But at the same time, just hearing the stories I see on YouTube or it just seems kind of dangerous.
Oh yes.
Because depending how far you go into that deep web,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
if I go deep enough, it's gonna get pretty bad.
I only, like I said, like I only been to that website. I've been to the websites where which website? I've been to websites where it does show forums where they sell drugs.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? It's like, oh shit. And then some of them are closed down, like the Silk Road, which is
the Silk Road. Yeah, that's well. Actually, I heard that they brought it back, but it's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same. Like everybody has access to it now, so it's like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you get caught faster. I've heard stories of people like, because I like when I drive, I like to listen to like people's experiences. Like it doesn't matter what experience they have. Like it has to be like a traumatic experience, like almost getting kidnapped, almost getting killed.
Right.
Like, so there's a story where like these two kids decide to buy weed off the deep web, and then one of the brothers, I guess, says, "Oh, I don't like. I think you should be doing that." The other brother just.
Well, of course, because see, the thing is, when you're getting drugs off the internet, you're getting it. It's pretty much like getting shit off eBay. They have your address, and you send it to them.
Yeah, but yeah, like that's what happened. So continue with the story. So basically, the brothers buy something online. The other brother's like, "Oh no, I know what I'm doing," thinking he's a pro. Buys it. All of a sudden, like I think a week later, a white van shows up at his house, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then someone knocks on his door. It's this scruffy-looking motherfucker, and he goes, "Oh, your name is so and so. Did you purchase this?" This guy, yeah. Like, "Oh, come to my van. It's inside the van." And then eventually, what happened?
Oh, it was a local.
Yeah, it was a local because you can find who's near you.
Oh shit.
So
yeah, I wouldn't trust that at all.
Yeah, exactly. But these kids are stupid. They're little teenagers. So
yeah.
They like completely close the door. And then so what happened is that the scruffy guy tried to open the door. He tried to break in, and all of a sudden the guy does break in eventually, and they call the cops, and then they take off, and they just escape technically. Yeah, but like a lot of people have bad experiences where there's another person who just goes in there frequently and goes on the chat rooms. And he's talked to everybody else about coding and so on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I guess someone sent them a link to like a snuff film, I guess you can say, or not a snuff film, more like torture film.
A lot of them are just trolling it because some of those recordings that they have, like people getting killed, those are just like pre-recording kind of shit.
Oh no, this was live.
It was live.
Yeah, like according to the story, like it was a live feed. Because they didn't realize that until they saw numbers popping up on the side in the corner, and it was like, you know how like on Instagram you can see when you put it live, it shows you the numbers.
Right.
That's exactly what happened. And then they see the numbers and they realize it's a live feed, and then it's this guy, technically this weird. I guess according to them, the description is like this guy looked pretty crazy, and he had like a woman just right there tied up on a chair.
Is there sound to those, or it's just?
No, there's sound to all these videos. I'm pretty sure. I really don't want access to any of those videos.
Yeah, because that's like something you just don't want to get involved with. Yeah, because once you get onto that chat room,
you're fucked. Because because the other person who's feeding it is they have access to your information.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like using the browser for encrypted reasons. All right, sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties, and Pony had some weird phone call that nobody answered on the other end.
After we talk about the deep web.
Yeah. So what are we talking about now? We're talking about something about chat rooms. And,
yeah. So there's like they're in the chat room, and then someone sends them a link, and this link is sent to them, and they don't know who it is, so they click on the link, and then they decide to watch. Like this video comes on, and all of a sudden. There's this woman tied up on the chair with her blindfold on her, and then she's screaming, "Help! Help!" And all of a sudden, this guy, and then, mind you, the whole room is dark except for her, so the light's only on her.
And spotlights on her.
Correct. Yeah. And so this guy comes out of the shadows and then just starts, like, "Well, what do you guys want? What do you want me to do to you?"
Normally they're like Russians, right, or something like that.
Chinese Russians. Yeah. From Chinese Russians. Yeah, that's the only two I've realized.
Uh-huh.
And then, so what people start saying, like, stab her in the eye, fucking this and that, and he eventually stabs her in the eye, and then, eventually he kills her. And then these kids are freaking out, and like, you're fucking, like, this person decides to the person who got the link decides to write back, "Oh, you're a monster. I'm gonna call the cops." And then that's the worst thing you can do. And all of a sudden,
Well, they can't because they don't know where the hell they are.
no, I know, but then all of a sudden, this other person who's giving the feed, he ends up writing to them and telling them, "Oh yes, I know who you are," and then he names their name, first and last name, and addresses and phone number and so on, and email address.
But then again, with that too, you could those are just public information. You could get that shit on any website.
Well, I mean, these people were like hackers, so like
Yeah.
they hacked the whole everything. Like they went through everything, and they just gave them information where they're
Right.
from. So eventually, what happened is that one day they saw, I guess after that publication, the day later they saw a car parked out of their house, and then it was them. They broke into the house, and then they I guess the person who was gonna get killed or caught or kidnapped ran, and then they called the cops, and the cops eventually caught the people and just arrested them. But yeah, like it's really, if like anybody goes on it, I mean, you're gonna get caught quick. Like people, if they're feeding you a video, that means they are what do you call it? They know how to use it. So in other
right,
words,
yeah, and they could get anybody's information. Like everybody that's in that fucking room, all their usernames right there. They have all their information already.
Exactly. So, I mean, if these people are not dumb. So if they're making a video and they gave you a link to the video, that probably means that they know what to do if you fucking cause problems. I'm pretty sure they didn't go, "Oh well, I'm just gonna give you a video so you can watch it. I don't know what to do." They know what to fucking do, dude.
Right, exactly.
So I myself, to give advice, I would suggest nobody to go on it, ever.
Yeah, nobody, even the people that do go on it, they don't recommend anybody to try it.
Yeah, because it's I mean, in reality, it's like me. Like I don't go on it anymore because I don't have no use for it.
Yeah, because it's just stuff that you could probably... Because there's a lot of things you could get on the deep web that you could still get at Amazon. It's just more of a cheaper price or some bullshit.
Exactly.
But, I mean, the only things that are different between, like, the actual internet and the deep web is that you could get drugs on the deep web, you could get guns, you could get...
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
You could get hookers, you could get...
Anything.
Just pretty much anything you want, anything you can think of, you could probably get on there. But then you also got to think about how you're gonna get that shit delivered to your house.
That's the thing. Like that's why it never really interested me. It's like, I'm good. I'm not gonna really put myself in those way of problems because it's not even worth it to me. Like plus, I don't even do any drugs.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm so prideful that I don't believe in fucking paying for a hooker. I don't, it's like I'm not like. Plus, why am I gonna go conversate with these people who are like doing all this weird shit?
Yeah.
Unless unless I want to learn how to code or hack, then obviously I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But meeting people on the deep web, fuck that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're like you have to do more research and come to find out how to block yourself from it.
Yeah, because you need to do extensive research for that.
Yeah, because now you get.
Yeah, because just the browser alone will actually hide certain things, but it won't hide everything.
Exactly.
So you have to at least have like a VPN blocker, which is it just blocks your location.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is with that, a lot of websites won't let you access their website because of that VPN blocker.
Yeah, I mean you can do it because watch. So yeah, well, like we've talked about Tor, you can probably use Tor, but that's only to like access the main pages of the deep web.
Yeah, but getting any deeper than that, you probably need something else.
You need a lot more shit than that.
Yeah.
You need like a proxy, an IP blocker. You probably need several things to block everything, like in order for it to be mirrored everywhere.
Yeah. Plus, those IP blockers are not cheap. Those are expensive.
Yeah, a good one's expensive.
They have free ones, but those don't work for shit.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
Like, I could get a VPN blocker from my antivirus, but the thing is, it's like $20 a month.
Fuck that.
I'm not paying $20 a month to hide my fucking location.
There's other ways to do it. You can do it manually on your system. It gives you configurations on how to.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
it's like I'm not that crazy into the deep web. I just want to get on the surface.
I've been talking about this. I think for like 3 days straight, I've been thinking on it because I know there's a way that you can get you can make free calls and free calls, free everything, like everything that your cell phone provider gives you. You can do it for free, and I'm trying.
Yeah, they have that.
I know what I'm saying. It's like I'm trying to remember.
With Wi-Fi, they have that.
No. I mean without Wi-Fi.
Oh, without Wi-Fi.
Being like a network, like with the fucking what is it? Those fucking satellite poles, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So you can do it like that, but there's ways to do it. But I've been thinking about going back on it to figure out how to do it, but I don't want to at the same time. I was like, I don't want to kind of like fuck myself over. I do live in Mexico, so
yeah,
it's probably harder. If I do it here and I run over there, then they can't do shit.
What's your cell phone provider?
Well, technically it's AT&T.
Is it kind of spotty when you're in TJ?
I have roaming, so it's not really spotty. It does. I can make calls and stuff.
But isn't roaming more though?
No, because it's free everything.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to pay for it, so I'd rather just figure out how to do it for free. Because on your phone, like there's certain things you can't download on your phone. If you do download it, it's gonna block you. It's gonna literally, your phone will give you a warning saying, if you download this, your phone would not be, or your provider would not support this, and so on. So it will basically cut you off. If you
yeah, if it's not licensed.
Exactly. And then I've been thinking because I know how I cracked my phone once before. Like I've done it before, but and then I've suffered the repercussions of like the updates and so on. Cause
yeah, it messes up everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was never able to get updates on my phone, like access to new stuff and so on. But I'm still thinking about like probably trying to see if I can get free everything without paying for it. But,
right. Yeah.
Because I mean, technically, your cell phone is a computer. I mean, you can technically do whatever you want on your cell phone. Like I do. Like again, my last phone that I had, or two phones I had, I cracked it and I literally started downloading everything, but that was kind of slow because I never got the updates for the phone, and I don't know how to do that. How to do the updates because I never actually looked into it that much. Because I'm like, I'm kind of done cracking my phone.
Yeah.
Because I was downloading some crazy shit. I was like, because I downloaded apps where I can delete the company's apps, and I was able to delete all the apps on my phone. So
all the
how like your
phone, yeah,
exactly. So that freed up so much space. I'm like, oh fuck yes, and I did. And like it literally, I was happy because that my phone like was faster.
Yeah, because there's a lot of useless apps on the phone.
Exactly, and then that's what I want to do. I want to like delete all the fucking apps that is useless. Like I right now have like about 20 of them disabled right now because I don't use them. Like why the fuck would I need Deezer, or why do I want Google Music? Because I don't use none of this shit. I have Spotify. That's what I use for music. I have YouTube obviously, and I use it for music.
Yeah.
So I was like, why the fuck do I need everything? There's other shits for music.
Mm-hmm.
Deezer, because it's retarded to like have Deezer and Google Music together. It's pretty stupid. It's useless to be having two things that play music. Like, oh wait, I'm gonna go to Google Music to play music. It's gonna play the same shit. They're both connected. If it's on your phone, they're both connected. Google owns it. Come on.
Yeah, Google Music is kind of like just like Spotify, pretty much, except you have to pay for it. It's not free. I used to use Google Music before on my old phone. When I had my S5, I used Google Music just to play the music I had on my phone already. But if I wanted to play the music they had on that program, I had to pay like an additional like $5 a month or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know that's retarded. You know what? Like talking about this, skipping away from the deep web. I don't understand. Like I guess it's still in the criteria of the deep web, but I don't understand how. Okay, so back in our day, we had Netscape. No, not Netscape. Cat something.
Napster.
We had Napster, and it was free music. And I remember YouTube when you barely accessed it. It was commercial free. I remember that. Like I remember
it was all commercial free.
Exactly. Yeah. YouTube was commercial free. Music was commercial free. Napster was commercial free. I remember using all this shit, and then all of a sudden, I mean, obviously, you turned away from radio to go into because radio has so many fucking so many commercials. It's fucking retarded. It's like, what the fuck?
And plus, they play a lot of the same musics.
On top of that,
every day it's the same songs, same artists.
Yeah, what pisses me off the most, I mean, I don't mind listening to the same music all the time, depending what it is. Well, I can't skip it. I'm happy. But I hate commercials. Like, if you listen to the radio right now, it's about, like, 45 fucking minutes of commercial and probably 30 minutes of music. If they
there's certain radio stations like Rock 105.3. I know they do an hour straight of music like every other hour.
But they do. I remember, like, I know, yeah, they do that. But sometimes they do like what do you call it? Like sneak a little commercial in there, like, oh, Rock 105, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden, back to the music.
Because a lot of those stations are sponsored.
And it's retarded, and then like that's why a lot of people left radio to go onto internet radio because it was commercial free. It was completely free, and all of a sudden, due to sponsors again, thanks to corporate America, we're listening to commercials almost half the fucking time. Like,
because that's where, say, if you have like a radio station and you're like you own the radio station, and you're depending on sponsors and commercials to actually make some kind of income from that radio station.
Like on YouTube, the only reason they have commercials is because people allow it. People allow it in the sense because they make certain percentage off the revenue.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Say if you have a YouTube channel, and it's a thing called monetize.
Yeah.
If you monetize, but see, there's a rule against it. You have to have at least maybe about 100 followers and get roughly 10,000 views per video or whatever.
Exactly.
And then you can monetize it. But then once you have it monetized, you can't say certain things on there. You can't curse. You can't say fuck. You can't discriminate. You can't be racist. It's like you have to be family friendly.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's useless. Like they basically like, oh, allow us to give you a certain percentage of money, and in return you can't be yourself. I was like, how the fuck? It's like me going to my job all the time and just pretend to be somebody.
I don't want to have to do that. It's like
that's what I'm talking about. Internet radio. I mean, I'm pretty sure like there's YouTube. So there's this new thing that doesn't have commercials and lets you do what the fuck you want. It's not YouTube. It's called something else, and I'm trying to remember. It's something with a T. Twist.
So it's internet radio.
No. It's like YouTube. It's basically YouTube, but you get to do whatever you want on there. There's no commercials on it, and so on and so on. Because I do listen to some podcasts, and then the guy who I listen to the most, it's his podcast is called The Most Scariest Movie Ever, and this guy only talks about like the truth about what goes around the world, but on top of that, it's on the side of like conspiracy theory, plus not religion, but more in faith of the Christianity. So it mixes both of them. So it kind of tells you, because I mean, some people.
Let me guess. This guy's like one of those. What do you call those things when you don't believe in the government and all that shit? Like, was it sovereign citizen or something like that?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think he's
because I remember me and Phil when I was still working at Somerset, we were talking about that. Basically, what it is, you don't believe in getting a driver's license. You don't believe in.
No.
Blah, blah, blah.
He's not.
He's not one of those.
He's not as extreme as that. He does do some of those.
Yeah, because I've seen like videos on YouTube about people crossing like interstate lines where like they have to use customs. They're asking, okay, what do you use U.S. citizen? Like, I refuse to answer that, blah blah, and then they just keep like pretty much just denying everything, and eventually they let the person go.
Yeah, no, he's not an extreme like that. He does. He has his morals. No. He's more into like, if it's Christianity, it's more into the Bible most of the time, not what people believe in. It's more of like the revelations and so on, what the Bible says and because obviously, like me myself.
So what is he like?
He's a Christian, and also he's on top of that, he follows what the Bible says. He explains to you what is happening now is what the Bible actually already revealed. Then if you read the Bible, it shows you what's happening now, meaning that like a lot of people are confused, people are being led by the wrong people, and so on and so forth. But on top of that, there is, like the Bible does say that what is in darkness come into light, meaning that there's things out here or things in the world that we don't know of, but eventually come to be truth. Like they're like a really hidden thing, kind of like conspiracy theory, like the whole elite thing and so on, which is basically true. We've been seeing it on TV so much, but people are so convinced to believe a lie because because on top of that, we were already sort of programmed to believe, well, America's great type of thing. So
I don't know. When people say that kind of shit, like America's great, I don't know. I just get in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know about that.
You know what I think? I think it's kind of like a safe word. I think that's what it is. It's
like almost like they're lying to themselves just to believe something stupid. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So when they're in pain, and then they're like, oh, that, like in their head they can't handle the truth. So their safe word is, oh, you're an anti-American. America, great, this and that. But that's
I've been called an anti-American one time.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So like that's people. We're so programmed because our generation was about truth. Our generation. I remember us. We a lot of things that did happen. We didn't believe it. We're like, fuck that. But this generation that came after us believes everything because they're from little kids. The TV has raised them to be a certain type of person.
Like because in a way, if you think about it, TV is brainwashing.
Yeah, because they instead of parents parenting, TV's parenting the kids.
Exactly.
That's basically what's going on. So as these kids grow up, these kids grow up to be a bunch of these morons who believe everything they hear.
Yeah.
Like even in school, like, oh, well, Edison invented the light bulb, and Edison invented electricity. No, bullshit. Tesla invented electricity, and Tesla was the more creative part. Right now, we have free energy everywhere, but because of Edison's sponsor that gave him money to be able to measure current, AC/DC. That's how you make money. If you can measure current, then you can make money. Tesla's idea was to give free energy without being able to measure it, and then it'll be forever.
Yeah.
So technically that's what happened.
It's like an infinity.
Exactly.
Thing, yeah.
Edison. So what Edison did is basically butchered Tesla's inventions. So Edison I remember there's a video around online where there's an elephant that Edison. So basically this is his little hypothesis or project, because science is basically a study of a theory.
Yeah.
So he puts a fucking elephant, and this is Tesla's invention according to Edison. So he puts an elephant. There's a big ass elephant. So he goes, look what happens when Tesla's idea. Look what happens when Tesla's idea will, what it does to other people, and he goes and shucks the fucking elephant and dies. No, he completely butchered Tesla's idea. And after that, people are like, oh fuck no, we don't want Tesla's idea because it's gonna kill everybody. No, but it's because Edison used a non-controlled current. Like he basically got, and then Tesla had an idea of controlling the current so you won't die. Right? So that's what happened. So technically, that's where Tesla got his bad fame. It was like, oh no, you can die because Tesla's idea is bad because you can fucking die of electricity, whatever, it can shock you. And Edison's great. You can measure current, and we can pay the government because they can see how much we're using of it. Which one sounds good to me? I feel like Tesla was a better idea than Edison's idea. If it wasn't the fact that the Rothschilds or whoever, JP Morgan, I forgot who it was sponsoring this fucking Edison, it wasn't for that, this Tesla would have been great. But sorry, I should probably go back to the beginning. Either JP Morgan or the Rothschilds sponsored Tesla first.
Okay.
So Tesla showed them free energy. It's like, how are we going to make money? So they went to Edison. It's like, okay, we can make money out of, measuring current. And that's exactly what happened. So it's like, oh, well, everybody's going to Tesla's idea. And all of a sudden, because of Edison's little project, Tesla's like, okay, well, he's a lot of crap. That's what happens. That's technically all that happened. Someone fucking gave him bad fame, like any other fucking person, like a fucking celebrity nowadays. It's like, oh, this person's sleeping with this person, and all of a sudden, oh my god, we hate him.
Yeah.
That's technically what it was, but yeah, fuck it. That's technically what happened. So TV basically are raising kids. That's all it does. TV is parenting our kids, or their kids.
Not even in a good way.
No, not even in a good way. Yeah, because look, everybody's idol is fucking Kardashian.
Fuck the Kardashians.
Yeah, exactly. And then what did the Kardashians do as a good thing? Nothing.
They're just normal people that have a camera in their their lives.
On top of that, the person who
okay, the only reason why the Kardashians are fucking famous is because their dad, because he was
not only that.
He was the lawyer of what was it? O.J. Simpson, right?
I think so. No, the Olympic. You're talking about the Olympic?
No, his actual.
Oh, because the actual, yeah.
That's the only reason why they're famous is because of them. And then now that they were back in the spotlight, for whatever reason, and now all of them, they're all cancer.
And the reason they got more popular is because Kardashian made a porno video. That's the only fucking reason.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kim Kardashian used to be Paris Hilton's friend. She used to be her roadie.
That's what we call something. What is it? You're famous by default.
Exactly. Yeah. That Kardashian used to be Paris Hilton's roadie. That's what it was. I remember there's a video.
Or by association.
Or exactly. But remember what Paris Hilton did too? She made a porno video too. Remember?
Yeah.
So it continuously. That's the main reason they got famous. Like, oh my god, let's go follow the Kardashians.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason why Kim Kardashian is famous. Oh, because you made a porno with what's Brandy's brother or whatever.
Yeah. No. Exactly. And then that's like I literally argue a lot. Not argue, but I really start talking shit about people who are like, oh yes, I'm wearing the same thing that Kylie Jenner's wearing. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, who cares?
Like, are you fucking stupid? Because you're basically stealing someone else's persona and then putting in yourself. So meaning that you are fake to me, so you can fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you're not yourself.
Exactly.
So it technically to me it's like a little shit. I take this. I always say this that this world's coming to shit because a lot of the new generation doesn't understand what's going on. Like they really like they're
no clue.
So fucking brainwashed to think that everything that TV tells you is real.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh wow, but there's obviously there's some people that are like free minded. It's like, oh, okay, sounds.
But that's
sweet.
not easy to find.
Yeah, because there's this guy at work that I work with. He's like, oh yeah, like I'm like, oh look, this comes from I forgot how the conversation came up, and I'm like, oh this is from China. It's like I only buy American. Really? You buy only American? You do realize that our raw material, there's no raw material in the U.S. Like,
yeah,
how are you gonna buy?
It could say it's like whatever you buy, it could say it's made in the U.S.
Yeah.
But you don't know that it's probably manufactured in China.
Because there's no raw material in the U.S. There's no such thing as raw material in the U.S. The only place there is raw material is probably the Middle East, China, Asia, and fucking some other place. I don't know. Which, and obviously Africa is part of Asia. Or... No, sorry. Africa is something else. My bad. I was thinking about India. But in India, obviously, diamonds. Yeah. So you get diamonds from from fucking Africa. You get fucking raw material from China. And, all this shit. You get nuclear from fucking Russia.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no fucking raw material. The only thing we have is probably corn. As far as it goes, corn and fucking cotton.
Yeah.
Due to the racism.
Or wheat, whatever. Yeah, rice.
Rice is from China.
Well, they probably grow rice here too.
Plastic.
Oh, plastic. I heard something about some Chinese restaurants, they use fake rice.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Like plastic rice.
Plastic rice. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You trying to kill people?
I don't know, dude. But I know, there's a way to be able to see, because it has a density and a consistency of if it floats or some shit like that. Yeah. Plastic floats, so it's gonna float up. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but obviously it's China.
It's like plastic with mixed with some other chemicals or something.
But then you guys still gotta understand, it's China. China has done lead. China has done all this weird shit, and we're still surprised that China has brought almost everything
like when my dad told me about plastic, he said fake rice first. Like I'm like, what the fuck's fake rice?
Yeah.
And I look it up, and it's like some form of plastic.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like, fuck that.
But it's funny how I find it funny how people are so amazed how that this happened. I was like, dude, China's been doing this for so fucking long, and to me it's not even a surprise. It's like fake rice. It's like fuck.
Well, for me it was because I'm kind of oblivious when it comes to certain things. So
but then at the same time, well, I mean, China's done a lot of shit. They've been eating dogs.
Come on! Even my ethnicities are my people.
Yeah.
They probably eat dogs and cats and shit like that. And my dad even told me him personally. He's like, yeah, man, I tried dog before.
Really? What did he say? How did it taste?
He said it was okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
but then again, in the Philippines, you never know what they serve at those certain street vendors.
It's kind of like Face Off, I think it's called. No, not Face Off. It's the one with Sylvester Stallone and fucking Wesley Snipes.
Oh, Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah,
When they're
it's
down in
kinda
the
like-
sewers, and it's
Exactly.
rat.
Exactly.
She was like, rata, rata.
rat.
That's good rat.
I mean, technically, any meat, like people go, ew, nasty. It's like, you don't know until you try it, so just fucking try it.
Yeah, you
I,
know.
I tried buffalo. I tried deer. I tried rat. Not
Oh,
rats.
buffalo's good.
Fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Deer is fucking more bomb. It's chewy. It's like,
But it's hard to it's hard to cook that though. You get to cook that just right.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you cook it wrong, it's gonna taste like shit.
I've tried. What else have I tried? Well, I've tried rabbits. No. I haven't tried rabbit. I tried duck. I love duck.
Duck is delicious.
I keep talking about duck, but fucking duck is bomb. It's one of those things you should try only like once a year.
It's a different texture, but it's good. It's good. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, going back to this, it's true. China's been doing some weird shit all the time. Like it doesn't stop.
It's like, okay, it's cheaper to ship when it's not real rice, I guess.
Sure that, but it'd probably be
Yeah.
cheap. I mean, obviously, if you go to China, there's parts in China where you can't breathe the air because you fucking die.
Yeah.
Some people are wearing gas masks and you fucking die, dude.
I don't want to visit China.
No, because
No way.
there's a guy who fucking used a vacuum to suck the fucking dust of the air off their fucking surface or the fucking air oxygen.
Yeah.
And he made a brick out of the nastiness that was around the fucking oxygen.
Just like walking around with a vacuum.
Yeah, he's like, he just did it because it's so thick. The toxicity is there is so thick that you can suck it with a fucking vacuum and make a
Wow.
break out of this. Kind of like, I was like, holy shit, this is fucked. And then there's documentaries on it too, where I think some of the locals are able to live up to like 30 years old or some shit like that because of the constant toxicity in the air.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
But I mean, obviously, they still do coal. They still burn coal, and you can still see, it's still going around.
Yeah,
So,
because China's like at least like maybe like 40 years behind in technology.
yeah, well, I mean, China is pretty sketchy. Everybody, like every fucking criminal lord goes out there to do their business because it's like so fucking cheap.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the Philippines. You can like have $1,000 and you're fucking rich in the Philippines.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can even Philippines kind of like reflects China, kind of, not too much.
As far as pollution goes, it's a lot better in the Philippines. But
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
of course.
Yeah, but like with money, yeah, your dollar goes a long way over there.
In crime. Well, no, actually, because the new guy who's on it, he's actually kicking hard on it.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he's actually stopping all the drug. He actually arrested a lot of the drug dealers, and everybody that did drugs, they're arrested too. And it's weird because he's actually encouraging people, the citizens of the Philippines, to catch these fucking drug dealers and kill them.
What do you mean,
pretty
like a
much.
vigilante justice?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So this president's like he's like Batman if he was killing people.
Really?
Something like that. That's the best way I could put it.
Wait, who's like the biggest drug lord out there?
In the Philippines?
Yeah, do you know?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Is there many of them then?
Not the areas I've been in, but I'm sure if you really look for it, you could find
Because
it.
you know, like here in the Mexico, it's like El Chapo, right?
Yeah, it's like the shittier parts of the Philippines where you could find those kind of things.
So there's
but
many.
There's probably a lot.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
Because they have a lot of crop fields of like cocaine, marijuana, all this kind of shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like the U.S. doing the whole thing in the Middle East.
Oh yeah, like they have fields and fields of all this shit.
Poppy
You know?
seeds and all this shit.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy.
No, but yeah, like, fuck, kind of lost track. But, but I think we're still talking about the whole injustice. Oh, we're not injustice, more like the generational bullshit. I think we keep talking about the generational bullshit, but it's not because we're repeating it. It's more because the more we live our life, you see it get worse. I think that's
we're like on a scale and we're slowly declining.
yeah.
Down.
I think that's why we constantly talk about it.
Yeah.
Because you like the more you watch everything, he's like, oh my god, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like now everybody's like trying to dress like the 90s. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, why are you dressing like the 90s? It's 2017. Like you should make your own style.
Yeah,
If
they're just taking off styles from other decades.
yeah, thanks to like, yeah, I mean they're retracting back to like the old school ways. Like, why are you gonna do that? It's like, you literally are fucking up everything. Like, you literally have no style. That's what tells everybody.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going back to the 90s, that means...
And a lot of them claim that they're being original. It's like, no, you're not.
That's the hipsters. That's the for sure. The
Yeah.
hipsters are the ones who fucking fucked up on that. Like, they fucking created that. Like, oh, I'm original. I was like, no, you're not. You're just a fucking reject from other subcultures. That's all you fucking are.
Yeah.
Like, I know this for a fact because I used to live in LA and I saw the subcultures come. Like, I'm like, why are you dressing like a punk when you're not a punk? I was like, oh no, this is my style. I was like, no, you're fucking not, motherfucker. Like, you're dressing like exactly like how Sid Vicious used to look like, motherfucker.
And Sid Vicious is a fucking God, man, it's so bad.
Exactly. He's like,
He can't even play his instrument. He can't play it. Shut up. The only reason why he got into what was the band that he was in?
Sex Pistols.
Sex Pistols. It's because he was good friends with them or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that kind of got people to watch them is just because he was doing some weird shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like Gigi Allen.
Yes, true. Gigi Allen was able to play. He knew how to sing and play.
I've seen some videos, man. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, he gets crazy.
Like, he'll shit on stage and fucking rub it
just...
on himself. It's like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
That's weird, yeah. But that fucker can play. Like, him and then Didi Ramon were able to play. Like, I see them both play before. Like, obviously on YouTube, not in real life.
Yeah.
But Didi Ramon and Gigi Allen played together. Obviously, they're both heroin addicts, so obviously they're going to get along.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they can play. Even, I was amazed that Didi Ramon was able to play. I'm like, holy shit, it's like, he can play? It's like, well...
He plays what? Guitar, right?
A bass.
Oh, bass.
But this this video, he was playing the guitar.
Oh, shit.
Which was like...
Well, I mean, playing bass and guitar is not that different.
Not that... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
not the same.
You just have to like be really good because one has thicker strings, the other one has. Like,
that's the only difference.
I know exactly. I know. Yeah.
Just the strings are bigger.
But yeah, overall, talking about what we're talking about. So, but people are like copying other people. Like now, there's this style going on where you like wear either jeans or leggings and a fucking just random shirt, and then start wearing a flannel shirt around your waist. It's like
that's 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like a whole Kurt Cobain type of shit.
Exactly.
I was like, we're like, oh, this is fashionable. I was like, that's not being fashionable. I was like, in reality, life is not about being following a fashion or someone else's subculture or not sub. Yeah, someone else's subculture or style. Life is about being your own self. And people don't understand that. It's like you need to be your own self. Like I don't give a shit. I dress in whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, exactly. So do I.
So like I don't in reality.
Like for me, I dress the way I dress. Sometimes it's either like right now it's summer, it's fucking hot as fuck. I wear shorts, and the majority of my shirts they're sleeveless now because of 2 summers ago. So this one time I was at a Vaughn's. It was my day off. This is the time when I was still working for a security company, and I was just visiting a friend at Vaughn's. He worked there. Some old guy was talking shit about my shirt. Because it was that Offspring shirt that said motherfucker. It had a lyric from a song. It's all curse words.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, you should probably turn that shirt inside out. I'm like, looking down. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing this shirt. I'm like, I'm not doing that, man. Go fuck yourself.
Where was this?
It was at the Vaughn's right there on Saturn.
Wait, the old man said that?
Some old man with his wife. His wife didn't give 2 shits about my shirt.
Yeah.
But this guy was so mad about it. It's like, man, it's a fucking song. Take a chill pill and get the fuck out. You know?
What?
Yeah.
What did you end up telling him though?
I didn't really say anything. I was just kind of pissed off. I just wanted him just to leave the store because I didn't come there to see that old guy. I went there to see a friend that was working. Or actually I was buying something.
You should probably tell him what everybody says. America. It's like freedom, bitch.
I should have said something like that.
Yeah, it's like freedom. Yeah. Like, come on, freedom of speech. Come on, you mind your own business. And
yeah, it's a shirt, man. It's not. If it offends you, then just shit. Don't fucking pay attention to it.
Keep wearing your plaid shirt.
It's not like I have a fucking shirt that says "rape babies" on the back.
Oh, I know. That'll be weird.
That's another story. But all it said was, I can't remember the exact lyrics, but it said something. You stupid goddamn stupid dumbass motherfucker, something like that. It's something crazy, but it's all curse words. Nothing racist, nothing like that. Well, I understand it would offend people. Maybe this guy doesn't get out too much.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't realize there are people that wear shirts that says "fuck you" on it.
Yeah.
But I was a little pissed off. I was like, you know what, man? I don't want to hear it. It's my life, not yours.
But but you understand what I'm talking about. That.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of like. Copies after copies is just like fuck, man. I literally just look at people and was like, wow, like you're literally retracting back to the 70s to the 90s. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
It basically tells me that you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand if they're just doing that just to find themselves, but if they're actually doing that because they think it looks cool.
But there's adults. I mean, I understand if teenagers do it,
Yeah.
but when there's an adult doing it, it's like, what are you doing? It's like, you're fucking, like, I'm 29 years old. All right, so I'm already set my ground's already where it is. My ground, I understand. I'm in that age where I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah, and I have no filter. And then everybody at work knows this. I literally like text shit, like when they do a group text from work. I literally tell them like, I have no filter. I'm sorry, and everybody's like, oh, we know that. It's like, oh, okay, perfect. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you guys. I literally have no filter. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They know that I don't give a shit. So I'm like, all right. Then I say whatever I want. Like I literally say almost anything I want to my coworkers. Like, oh, there's a girl that I work with, and I literally say, what did I tell her? I'm gonna kick you in the vagina. I literally say that.
Oh shit.
And I say that, and me and her.
Wow, you gotta be careful on that one.
No, but me and her start laughing. Like we crack. Like she cracks up so hard.
It's more like an inside kind of joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like she knows that I don't. Like I have no filter. Like me and her, like that's how we are. That's how our jokes are. You know. There's some people that you can get along like that. There's some people you can't. So that's usually their friendship. That's how it works. Like,
Yeah.
She fuck around. It's like that's how.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, like I have no filter. But again, I am in that age where I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, even like, I don't know, even today's youth, they're like super sensitive
to
towards
everything. You have
every
to
fucking thing.
Your safe zone.
Yeah, it's like, me like whenever me and Felipe go out, we're always fucking around with each other. We'll talk shit about people. We'll talk shit to each other. Like we understand that because we're fucking friends.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
it's like we're not being. Half the shit we say is not even that serious.
Why are you being so mean to me? It's like I'm not being mean. I'm just being fucking. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, especially with Philippe's type of humor, a lot of people will understand because people will mistaken it as him being an asshole, but that's just who he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people don't understand because there's this guy who checks in all the time at the hotel. And then everybody's like, he's so fucking rude, this and that. I'm like, he's not rude. That's just his way of being. Yeah. He's so demanding and shit. Like, I completely... Okay, think about it like the socials. You know how you used to hang out with them? Like, they used to, like, just fuck around so much. Like, it seemed like they were being assholes, but they're not.
Yeah,
That's exactly how the guy was acting. And I would tell this girl, like, don't worry about it. It's like, he's not being an asshole. It's just,
there were some cool socials in our school before, but I actually hanged out with them a couple of times. But a lot of them, their joking is so weird though.
Exactly.
And they do that thing a lot. Exactly. It's like, what the hell is that? Get out of here! That's weird.
No, exactly. And that's exactly what I was telling these girls. Like, this is the way he is. It's not that he's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Is that's his way of being. Is demanding, and it's because he's basically. I told her, it's like he's a social. Like that's how they get along. He gave me 500 pesos, meaning that's like about $45.
Yeah.
So I'm like, me and him got along. I'm like, yeah, and then I can still be an asshole. I'm like, me and him, like I don't give a shit. He's cool with me. I already understand that kind of humor. I don't give a shit. Like his wife is the same way. It's like, hey, like his wife is nice to me because I'm cool with him, but with everybody else, she's like, fuck you guys, like type of thing.
Yeah.
Because I understand his humor, and she understands that I understand his humor, so we're cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, you have because she has a stroller that has 2 skateboards on the side for her kids. Like literally, she has a stroller. I think she has like 4 kids.
Oh shit.
And she has a stroller, and on the back wheels, there's like the backside of a skateboard. And then the kids just grab onto the handles and get onto the little skateboard, and she just rolls them around. That's fucking like, oh my god, that's fucking kick-ass. I told her, it's like, oh my, that's.
I've never seen that.
Oh, dude, it's quite a view. It's great, and she's pretty too, but it's quite a view, yeah. But the guy's cool. Like I have no problem. But apparently, from what I heard, is that the guy got 86, which means he was blacklisted.
Well, I know what 86 means.
So he was literally he got 86 because of this way of being demanding, but they don't understand that.
I mean, because it's a hotel, that's the thing. They're all about hospitality, no matter what. Even if the guest is being kind of rude, you could easily get 86.
Exactly, and it was funny because I'm like, oh my god, you guys don't understand his humor, but fuck it, like that's on you guys. It's like I understand his humor. I gave him whatever he wanted too. I would remove him rooms and he's okay.
I mean, that type of personality is more like a South Side thing.
Yeah, and then not only that, it's something you have to understand too.
Yeah,
it's like if you're not used to that.
It's not that they're uneducated. That's why they're like that. It's because that's just a part of who they are.
Exactly.
Just like a lot of comedians like Richard Pryor, George Carlin, they all come off as assholes.
But they're not.
But they're not.
That's just the way.
They were married. They probably had kids and shit.
Exactly.
You know, George Carlin's like one of my fucking heroes, man.
That's
And Richard
George
Pryor?
Carlin. Yeah. Well, George Carlin was what we call a truther.
Yeah, he was a what is it called? I don't know. He was a realist.
Yeah, he was honest. He was honest about
Yeah.
everything. Like he would tell you about the truth about the U.S. and so on.
Yeah.
And there's certain words you can't say on TV, which is like I forgot what it's called, like motherfucker, cunt. Something.
Yeah, the 7 words you can't say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Which I fucking love, and it's funny because he came out on Thomas the Train as the host.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been on a lot of kids shows.
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, they got this fucker like talk shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, man. But yeah, no, people will understand that. That's what I'm saying. It's like people don't have their own criteria, so they believe that you should be a certain way because TV tells you to be a certain way.
Yeah, you have to be always like a civil kind of person.
Exactly.
Manners, blah blah blah. It's not always like that. I mean, maybe if you're working, there's a time and place for that kind of shit. But I don't know. But some people just can't turn it off.
Cut motherfucker something.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like cunt, motherfucker. I don't know. It's
Cock sucking motherfucker cunt.
yeah.
I was close.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
close.
I'll look it up later.
But yeah. If none of you guys know who George Carlin is, George Carlin is like one of the best comedians. One of the best comedians during his time. Like fucking Richard Pryor. And who else? There's somebody else though. Richard Pryor. Probably those are the two main ones.
Yeah, I mean, well, at that era, it was probably Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and then probably Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, that's true.
He was good. His comedy special was raw and fucking.
That was a good one.
Delirious.
Yeah,
oh my god, those are hilarious.
Yeah, but yeah, like so. Yes, as you can see, we understand certain things. We were raised in the early '90s, or early middle '90s around the area, so we were able to watch all these shows, or still these things were still popular during our time.
Yeah.
And now a lot of people won't understand what this is. Like, oh, Richard or what is it? Now it's more like Dave Chappelle. You know what Dave Chappelle is? Is that the guy who?
I fucking hate Dave Chappelle so much.
His new comedy sucks. His old comedy probably cool, but his new shit.
He did one on Showtime, which was pretty cool. I forgot what it was like. He did a cable special.
Yeah, no.
That one was good, but I heard the one he did on like Netflix or something
sucks.
like that.
He left. He's like, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was kind of like a George Carlin too. He was like a realist. He's like, oh,
yeah.
This is crap. It's like I understand the system.
Yeah, there's a couple of comedians I can't stand, like Chris Rock.
Oh, I don't like Chris Rock. He shouts too much.
Kevin Hart, I can't stand.
Some of it, not too much of it.
George Lopez, I can't stand anymore.
Some of it.
But Pablo Francisco.
Oh, I fucking love that guy.
He's when he does the movie phone guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he does it so good.
Jackie Chan. I love that fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
I like the Jackie Chan joke.
Or the little tortilla boy.
Oh, dude, hilarious.
Arnold.
What does he do? He goes like, "What are you doing? I eat banana.
Yeah.
Get him."
What are you doing? I'm walking.
Get him. Yeah. Fucking love that shit, dude.
Yeah, it's funny.
That was hilarious. But he doesn't come out as much anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He's who wants a cokehead for a fucking comedian?
Well, I mean, he did a couple of specials on.
When?
Well, no, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Like,
Now he doesn't do shit.
I think he did on Comedy Central a couple of times, but now I don't know. Not sure if he's still doing anything.
I'm pretty sure he still is, but no one's like, he's not really famous.
Yeah, like not a lot of people actually mention him, you know.
But
yeah. But
how long have we been doing this?
54.
Oh, we're almost an hour.
Almost an hour. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh yeah, sorry. We just got backtracked, but we started talking about the same fucking criteria that we were talking about, like how generational.
Turn on the lights.
Yeah, generational is like different, and it kind of. It went in a different way. It's not the same way anymore. It's I guess I don't know. It's probably like every old man's fucking stereotypical old man. You know, like our parents. Like no, my parents never said anything about it. My mom actually, she never said nothing about it. I wasn't ever. She was used to it. I never heard her say, "Oh, you kids nowadays." I never heard that before.
You know, but I'm sure we're gonna be like that when we get older.
We already are. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it's more because it's not because understand the whole your generation sucks type of thing. It's more because back in the day, everything was based on Christianity, the religion itself. So the idea of like, oh, you have to be this way and blah blah blah. So that's where that came from. It's like, oh, yeah, like your generation is destructive, this and that. But then our generation, the 90s, were more about being free-minded and open-minded to certain things and understand.
And just questioning everything.
Exactly. And then this generation is more like we can literally say, your generation does suck because you're literally stuck on your fucking TV.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's debatable, you know. I'm sure every generation say, even probably my parents saying like, "Oh, we're the best generation." Any generation would say that, yeah. But you know, as far as like what we're trying to explain is more like
this generation is destructive.
It's just how this generation is getting. It's almost dumbing them down. America.
Yeah, exactly. They're brainwashed. They're so dumbed down. Again, it goes back to that the TV's doing the parenting, and the parents are not doing the parenting. Basically, the parents are being teenagers again. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Teenagers, like, they're literally, like, fucking complaining and bitching like if they were teenagers. Like, have you noticed, like, how many parents dress like all the kids dress now?
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're fucking old. Like, why the fuck are you dressing like that? Mind you, some of them do sexy, but it doesn't mean you should be dressing too sexy. There's being an adult and being a teenager.
Yeah, there's a
silver lining to it.
Yes.
There's a silver lining to it and how you should be dressing as an adult. Like if you're true revealing that you're probably a hoe and you're not an adult, you're basically as a hoe. Like if you are joining your daughter into dressing like a hoe, then you're probably not a parent. You're probably just a friend. And not a good parent.
Just enabling them to dress the way they want.
Kind of like this stupid girl Danielle, the girl like, ooh, meet me outside type of shit.
Oh yeah, what the fuck kind of shit is that? She's like internet famous. That's what back in our time there was no such thing as internet famous. Yeah. Like back in the 90s, you would never hear that.
Never.
Because in the 90s, this is when the internet was still kind of getting up there, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think we are gonna take a short break. We will be right back. All right, welcome back. We just took a short break to get some more beer.
So we can do the last 10 minutes of this. Yes, we're like, so society kind of sucks in reality. There's words that I really don't understand, like fap. You ever fap before?
The fap, that's like
masturbate,
jacking off. Yeah.
Where does this word come from?
Oh, that's been around for a while.
But what does it mean? Where does FAP stand?
Okay, it's more of like a joke kind of thing. Okay, I don't know. It's the way you jack off. It's like it makes a sound.
So that's fap. So fap is the sound?
Like a slapping sound. It's weird. I don't know. I've never used it, but I know what it is.
But there's terminology I don't understand. There's like abbreviations. I'm like, what does this mean? It's like
which ones?
I think there's TBH or THB or something like that.
TBH.
Or something like that. And there's several ones.
Yeah.
That I completely don't understand. And I was like, what does this even mean? And I told somebody this. I was like, I don't use those words. This is retarded. I'm not from that part. And she's like, oh, if you don't use those words, well, why are you...
Yeah, those are more like internet terms.
Yeah, and then she's like, wait, if you don't use... Oh, or texting terms, too.
Yeah, texting,
And she's like, you don't use the words, so why are you talking to me like in slang? I'm like, bitch, I just told you I don't use the words that kids use nowadays, but I'm using the words that I'm used to using, so why the fuck are you judging me type of thing?
Yeah.
So I looked at her as like, what I mean is that I don't use the texting words. It's like, oh, so you shouldn't be... It's like, you're fucking retarded.
It's just a lazy way of speaking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very lazy.
And then she's trying to argue, like, not argue, but like trying to make a point because there's certain things that she went through, which I understand, but still, it just means a sense of respect. So like, come on, you just shut the fuck up and just leave it. No, you just understand that there's certain words I won't say because it sounds retarded.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna abbreviate almost everything I say. I'm not gonna abbreviate words because I literally write everything in words. I'm like, oh, I probably do you as the letter U instead of Y-O-U.
It's just another way of dumbing down.
Yeah, and be
everybody.
lazy.
Yeah, and being fucking lazy, you know? Like,
And
if you want to use a fucking word, do not fucking say the abbreviated version of that word, because then I wouldn't know what you're fucking talking about. And another thing that pisses me out about youth today, like, you be on Instagram or some shit, right?
yeah,
And you could see, like, for example, like one of those Instagram models.
yeah,
And there'll be people commenting on those pictures, and they're using broken ass English.
yeah, they are.
And it's like, I'm having a hard time understanding what the fuck
Exactly,
you just
because
said.
like some of the words that some of the things I read on there, I was like, what does this even mean?
Yeah.
I'm going through the context. I'm like going, okay, I'm reading the context to see if there's any clue of what this thing means. But half the time it doesn't mean shit, and I don't understand it because I'm not from that part of the world or generation. I was like, I don't understand. What
There's certain I understand certain internet terminologies or abbreviations only because I had AOL. When you had AOL, America Online, it's an internet provider or whatever, and you have the chat rooms there. There's certain things like ASL, which is like age, sex, and location.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Age, sex, and location. Oh fuck.
Yeah, those are the ones I remember.
Or DTF, down to fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
But today it's like there's abbreviations for everything.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, I don't know what you're saying.
You know that word's coming back though. That abbreviation DTF is coming back.
Really?
It literally is coming back when I'm like one of the kid or what like this kid's 19 years old, and it's like I asked her, like he's like I asked her if she was DTF, and I was like, what does DTF stand for? And I forgot. I'm like, because I haven't used it in a long time. And he's like, down to fuck. I was like, oh my god, you guys still fucking using that shit?
There's another one, DSL.
What is that?
Dick sucking lips.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's an old one from like the early 2000s.
Okay, escaping away from the generational thing, more into our generational thing. So AOL was AOL.
It was the most shittiest internet.
It was, but it was the greatest fucking messaging, chatting fucking website in the world.
They nailed it. They nailed it. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That place, I would remember these going on. Everybody, I think almost about a million people were using AOL to chat with these random fucking people. There was like when you guys call clans on video games, there was groups on AOL. You would go through a fucking category of fucking chatting. It's like, oh, ages 13 to blah blah blah.
Yeah, you have that, like any category you could think of, it's all there.
Yeah, punk to blah blah blah. Coffee. Yeah. It's like, oh my god, this is crazy. I mean, a lot of us probably had internet girlfriends. I'm pretty sure at that age. I mean, we all.
I had 3 of them.
Yeah, see.
At the time, yeah. From like mainly from California, but other cities in California.
See, what they call catfishing now was what catfishing was then. Catfishing.
You know, I didn't know what catfishing was until about 2 years ago.
Me either until now, but
it's like, what the fuck is catfishing? Catfishing is when you're
fake and you're setting them like fake.
You're just setting them up. For
this
failure.
has happened. It happened to me like twice when I was used to be on AOL. This girl's like, oh yeah, like internet girlfriend. What?
Yeah.
We used to, and then on top of that, we used to use Party Line too. So that's another story. But we go online and you have like internet girlfriends, right? Mm-hmm. And then you come to find out that the internet girlfriend that you thought was so hot was so fucking ugly or fat, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, like what the fuck? And then because you convince these people to go, send me a picture of you.
Yeah, they'll send stock pictures from like either their friends or an image you get off.
Or
Google.
no, they'll give you that bullshit. It's like, I'm the one on the left side.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one? There's like so many fucking lefts. I'm like, you're the one, that dude on the fucking end.
Oh man, speaking of that, it's like, okay, say for example, like if you're on like a dating website like Tinder or some shit. I don't like the fact that some of these girls, they take group pictures. All their pictures are group pictures. It's like, okay, which one are you?
Exactly.
You know?
I know, no, but it's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
This is okay. So one story happened to me where I tell this girl, send me a picture, and she was obsessed. Too obsessed to the point that she'll call me on the dot of an hour. I forgot what hour that was because that's why I say on the dot.
Yeah.
So on the dot of an hour, and remember Enrique?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it was during the time I was kicking it with him, and then she would call me on the dot of that hour, and then I, for a while I was talking to her, and I told Enrique about it. I was like, yeah, I met this girl online, and she sent me a picture, and supposedly this is her. The way that she said it's like, I'm the one, in the center to the left. And I'm like, there's 4 girls on the center to the left. How the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
So she's fucking bullshitting, And then this girl calls me almost every fucking day. And she calls me, and it, I a couple of times I would pick up, and it came to a point where I stopped, talking to her,
Yeah.
and she'll and then Ricky would go, "How come you're not picking that up?" It's like, dude, I think she's fucking lying. I don't know. There's something weird about her. I don't know why. And then all of a sudden,
because a lot of those girls, they just do that shit for fun.
Exactly, and then
they just want the attention. They don't want nothing to progress any further.
On top of that, what she does, and then she's like, okay, according to this girl, she went back to her ex and she got pregnant, and I'm like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I told her, it's like, oh, I thought you didn't care. It's like, I never said that. I literally never said that I didn't care. It's like, I don't really want to talk to you anymore. It's like, well, why did I buy my plane ticket to go to San Diego? It's like, literally, like, that's what I'm pretty sure it's a bullshit lie.
Okay, yeah.
So she's like saying all this bullshit.
Where was she from?
Somewhere in the Mid East. Someone from the Mid East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's like saying all this bullshit. She's like supposedly was from like she used to work at Hooters.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. She used to supposedly work at Hooters, and all this bullshit. Like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It's a load of crap. You got pregnant by another guy. Fuck that shit. I'm down.
Yeah.
When I was working at the other hotel, from the first one I used to work for, that's where I actually got her number from because there was nothing to do at night, so I ended up going to a chatting room. So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well do this because
yeah.
Okay, so that happened. So one day, okay, that was probably when I was 19 years old. Okay, when I was 16 years old, I obviously chatting, and the party line was still existed, so I did the party line. The party line one day, I was talking to this probably 27-year-old, and I was 16, and I got her number, and I kept going with the charade that I was 18. So I was 16, but I kept going with the charade that I was 18, and I think I was talking to her like a week straight. She was like, "Oh, I work on IHOP. You should come over here with your family, this and that." Yeah, and one day it slips out, and I go, "Oh yeah, like me, like we're 16 years old, and we like, oh fuck," and I realized that I said my age, and she goes, "You were 16?" I go, "Yeah." Say, yeah, no, she hanged out like on the spot, dude. But I've probably done it myself, like an idiot, but in the age part. But yeah, like that's what happened with this one, the IHOP waitress. But the one with the Midwest, it was just the fact that she got like supposedly pregnant. I think that everything that she said was a fucking bullshit story, just to get attention.
Yeah,
she was white too. I'm not into white girls.
A lot of white girls do that. They like catfishing people. They just want people to talk to. They want the attention. They want to be center of attention, even if it doesn't progress any further than what you want.
But no, I understand that. But that was our catfishing, like getting, and then our thing to communicate was probably more email than phone. Well, email and phone.
Yeah.
Now just texting, obviously, it's like the same, but it's one in one hole.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it was that was our day. That was our ICQ existed.
Mm-hmm.
ICQ was after AOL, ICQ got bigger.
Yeah,
ICQ was pretty cool.
I think AOL is probably they don't exist anymore, as far as I know.
They probably do, but like
because they used to send us AOL like CDs all the time, and I think it was like something like $30 a month or something like that.
Talking about AOL, dude, I barely figured. I don't know why. So I remember how you download the AOL program onto your computer, correct?
Yeah.
So during the time, AOL did the same thing for us. So I would download the stupid program and go, why doesn't the internet work for free? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
It says there is going to be a month for free. How come it doesn't work? I come now at this age, 29 years old, I just realized that the reason the AOL didn't work is that I didn't have the fucking phone line connected to it. I just come to realize I did not connect a fucking phone line to the fucking computer, dude.
It was like the slowest thing because it's like dial up. Because I had 56K at the time.
What was it?
It's fucking loud as shit.
Stupid ass fucking internet load up.
Yeah, and then if somebody calls, it knocks you off the internet.
I know, I remember that. Oh, dude.
It's like, don't call. I'm using the internet.
I remember that shit. Oh, fuck, man. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then eventually they created 2 lines where you can use the internet and then you can use the fucking
now
phone.
It's cable based now, so you could have the phone separate from your modem,
Exactly.
so it doesn't interfere with anything.
Because little by little they got better. It's like you connect it to your computer,
Yeah.
and then it makes a stupid weird contractor sound. And then you had the two lines that you you had to buy, which was the phone line and an internet line. After that, maybe it became fiber optics.
It's safe to say we came in the era when there was no such thing as Wi-Fi.
Exactly. It went from straight being phone line to fiber optics to fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's technically what happened.
Because when I first had internet, there was no such thing as Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you had connected that shit to the phone line, and every time somebody called, or you try to call somebody else,
it completely fucked you up.
yeah, it just cuts your connection
You're
right
like,
there.
fuck, I almost got the fucking number.
Yeah.
Because you're
Because it goes through like randomized numbers
exactly
to dial to get any server, and that would take forever. I remember
that.
one time I was trying to connect to the internet. It took me 3 attempts to do that shit because none of them were working. I was so pissed.
And not only that, like when someone calls, you're like working up yourself to like get this girl's number. Like I almost got it, and so someone fucking calls, like I fucking lost it.
Yeah, it just says goodbye.
Exactly.
AOL thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have mail.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I remember because I remember all these websites. That was AOL, ICQ, and then there was.
I think the only thing AOL still has right now is probably AIM, the
message.
instant messenger.
Mm-hmm.
I think they still have that.
It was, and then after that, I think after the messaging boards, it was RuneScape, and then it became RuneScape, Coke Studios. Do you remember Coke Studios?
I don't remember Coke Studios.
Okay, Coke Studios. So Coca-Cola used to advertise a game they used to have for other people. It's kind of like, have you ever heard Habbo Hotel?
No.
Habbo? Okay, it's kind of like imagine if Minecraft put together with better graphics with a RuneScape was created together. So
Okay.
you created your little avatar, a little creation of like a little avatar, and then you would go and your avatar would communicate. It's kind of like The Sims. You would go to other places and be able to talk to other people through your avatar, like penguins.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you remember penguins, right? The little character. where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Okay, it's
yeah,
exactly
okay,
like
okay.
that, but you are a little character, and you get to go to any server you want. And then some of the servers will be like a hotel based or all these things.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've had something like that before.
Okay, so
yeah.
that and then on top of that, you were able to, on this system, you were able to create music. On top of that,
Really?
you were able to mix music and add different sounds to it. And then you would go to this other server and then play that same music that you created and have people vote good or bad. Like they literally, you'll be into this supposed server club, and they'll like thumbs up, thumbs down, and the more thumbs up you get, the more money you'll get. Like you will get like fake money, obviously.
Oh yeah.
You'll get fake money. You can buy whatever the fuck you want for your own pad, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it worked then. And then it doesn't exist anymore because I've tried playing it a couple times to see if it does exist. It doesn't. But it was pretty fun. Kind of like Habbo Hotel. Habbo Hotel was exactly the same thing, but obviously it was a hotel. It was just based on a hotel. You create your own pad and you just do the same shit too. I don't know about the music part, but I know Coke Studios is basically based on music, and you were creating your own music and people. So, like you literally, but on top of that, you had to go to this club, and you literally had to wait for this person to get off the DJ booth, and you would go onto it before anybody would try to go onto it. There was no line for it. I remember that. You like run to it and just play your music, and people were like, "Oh no, it sucks," or it's quick ass or whatever. But it was pretty cool. They don't have that now. It's more like Xbox One, PS4, 5. That's usually now what it is nowadays.
Yeah. Wow.
Old times doesn't exist anymore.
Yep.
Now you like just basically are your game system, and that's where it comes from. And you're like playing COD or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different. I kind of like still enjoy that. That's why I kind of like RPGs or simulations. I still like The Sims. I don't care what Sims it is. I still like it.
Because there's so many Sims now. There's a shitload.
They don't have a Sims for an Xbox One.
They don't?
They don't.
I thought I saw one at GameStop one time.
That's
before.
for the Xbox 360.
Oh, the 360.
I tried to do getting one for the Xbox One. There's none. I
That's
literally
weird.
looked it up too. I was like,
I know PS4 has a Sims.
Which I think that's why. No, but it's a Sims is a Microsoft game, right? Because it came out on computer.
Maybe, but I think they ported it into to consoles.
Yeah, like some consoles.
Yeah.
Like PS1 doesn't have one. I like, which were literally kind of like, I'm like, fuck, really?
Because I guess those are more PC based games, you know.
Well, I mean, come on, the Xbox One or the Xbox One and the PS4 are both based on PCs.
Exactly, yeah.
Not on Macs, which I'm happy that Apple has not created a fucking system because I'm pretty sure everything.
I'm sure they attempted, but they didn't succeed.
Oh, now they're probably gonna create one. You don't know that. You know, like probably they're gonna create this fucking system where it's VR fucking system.
That's like the new thing now. It's VR. It's like
I fucking hate VR, dude.
Are you kidding me? You know, okay. Recently, I just bought Tekken 7, and there's an option on the bottom you could play VR Tekken if you have the optical VR thing.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, I looked at I'm on the main menu.
Hey, you know, talking about the VR thing too, dude. VR was already created in the 90s. You remember this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember. Okay, sorry to kind of disturb in your story.
No, that's fine.
But I went to Cricket to pay my bill off, right?
Okay.
Go to Cricket.
Oh, they have the VR shit.
They had it, and
yeah.
I asked them, like, the VR? Like, you guys have the VR classes? Yeah, like, you want to try it? It's like, no, that shit was already invented in the 90s.
Oh, basically, what their VR system is, if you go to, like, T-Mobile or AT&T, it's just, like, the actual head thing, and they put a phone
on it, and you usually get to move, and
that's
your phone
it.
Yeah. But it's the same thing that they did in the 90s. That's exactly what they did.
They're really trying to bring back a lot of shit that they've done in the past.
Exactly.
VR, 3D fucking movies. I hate 3D movies.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too? The funny part is that instead of creating VR, virtual reality, they don't create a system where it completely reflects on every single wall. That would be smarter. Like, the smart thing you can do is fucking create a virtual reality world where instead you putting fucking glasses, which are fucking heavy.
Well, they have certain things like that. Like, mostly flight simulators have that.
No, but I mean, like, I'm not literally like you go on and you're like, no. I'm saying, like, you put something in the middle, kind of like a projector, but the projector is a 360 degree projector.
Yeah.
Fucking wall, fucking roof. Like, you literally can use with one swipe of your hand, you can do this. And but they're not thinking. They're thinking like, oh hey, how about we bring back the Dreamcast and we fucking bring back fucking the Super Nintendo fucking virtual reality and we'll make money off of it, you know?
Yeah, they're. Another thing is that they're bringing back the Super Nintendo, the mini,
the smaller one. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I heard
coming
about
out in August. They already have the NES Classic, which is pretty much it's just a preloaded machine with games in it already. And they're bringing the Super Nintendo version with like maybe 30 games. Not every game that's on the system, but
some
just
of it.
just all the popular.
I
games
noticed that because when you go on your phone onto the Google App Store, you see SNK. You see all these old school games. I'm like, okay, you kind of get a clue of like what's going on. If they're trying to bring that back, it's like, oh fuck, they're gonna bring back all these things again. And there's little clues, pattern. People have patterns. No matter who you are or what you are, there's always a pattern to what you do. Like, the first time I saw the SNK, I was like, they're gonna try to bring back all this weird shit. I already know this. I literally already know this. And you're telling me about it. It's like, okay, I was correct. They are. Yeah. It's like the 64-bit theory, like I mentioned before, is that we are like the generation goes like fast forward and then eventually hit a wall.
And they just go back.
Regress. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening in this nowadays. All of a sudden, I'm pretty sure all of a sudden we can start using modems again. Oh, modems is efficient because I don't know what the fuck.
What are they going to do? Go back in time with the old internet? Oh, let's go back to dial-up.
Exactly.
Fuck Wi-Fi.
Exactly. And then you still buy the little stupid. You bring it back. Bring out your fucking old school fucking Mac that you have in the fucking garage. It's like, meh.
Oh, man. Fuck that. I don't know why we refuse to move forward in certain technologies. Like, even the whole thing with Super NES, like, just leave it be. Do not touch it. That's a part of my youth, and I prefer not even. Okay, maybe the system itself is more space efficient,
probably,
but still.
So if they bring that back, it has to be. It literally cannot be a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo or the old school thing. It has to be its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't. There's no games you could buy for it. It's all preloaded.
And so it's already in the system itself.
Yeah, it's
kind
in
of
the
like
system already.
kind of like buying the little stupid box to have like Roku, like the Roku.
Something like that. Yeah, it's all preloaded shit. Like all the games are there already.
Yeah, I don't think it's
inside
gonna
the
be that
thing.
popular.
Well, you'd be surprised. Well, I mean, it's not gonna be popular. Maybe with like. The
It's
youth
gonna
of
be
today. It's more of a novelty item.
But is it gonna be like a wireless controller, or is it make a wired
It's
controller?
probably gonna. I think it's gonna be wired controller.
Wired? That's retarded. That's. I mean, if you're you're trying to base, like you're trying to bring back something new, or something old.
And they already have issues with the NES Classic.
Yeah,
with
so-
that one, their cables are too short.
Yes, I'm saying it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna bring something old to the new, you need to at least make some of it modern.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, he has the NES Classic.
Is it like this little weird shit, and then you
It
put
looks like a Nintendo, but it's a lot smaller.
I saw some kids like when me and my girlfriend went to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
There's some kids playing like something with the controls, and they had a screen on it. I don't know what the fuck that
Oh,
was.
that's like it's probably just their phone.
No. Like they literally have controls. Like literally, like both of them had controls and they were playing something.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Oh
That
my-
might be like the Nintendo Switch or something.
Is
like that.
it? Oh.
The Nintendo Switch has like.
For two
actual-
separate controls though?
I don't know.
For two players?
I'm not sure. I don't know what that. What you're explaining. That's the only thing I think.
Because
of,
it was
but I
kind of
don't
like
know.
this. It was like like half the screen, or 1/3 of your screen,
Yeah.
and then they had controls playing, and like they were just fucking playing.
Yeah. I don't-
Wow, I'm over here playing Pokemon Tactics. I'm not playing Pokemon Go. I'm playing Pokemon Tactics, where
Yeah.
like it's little figures and you get to kick someone's ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even. I used to have it. Like the whole. I erased the whole thing because it completely like.
It takes up a lot of memory.
Not only that, like it literally fucking erased my whole file. So I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I can't play anything that erases my files. Like I did so much for fucking 3 days, and you erase my file.
Yeah, like the only game I have right now on my fucking phone that I still constantly play is Dragon Ball.
You still play that
Dokkan
game?
Battle. Yeah, I play it every now and then.
You know what I play right now? Something that looks like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, the Final Fantasy 15 Tactics.
No. Like it's literally kind of like it. It's called.
Because I know they have the latest
but-
Final Fantasy, but it's like an RPG based kind of thing,
It's called
turn based.
War of Crown. It's like right there in the corner.
Oh no, I've never heard of
That's
that
free.
one. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna buy a fucking app
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play something similar.
Because a lot of those ones that you get off the market, they're free to a certain extent, and then if you want like other shit, you have to buy it
Exactly.
inside the game. So
Like almost all the apps that you play for Final Fantasy, you have to buy something on it. Like,
yeah,
I'm like the Final Fantasy that I had that had like it was pointless to tell you the truth. It was like, oh, click here and then you see the guy just walk, and then monster, and then walk, monster, and then walk, monster again. It's like that's really pointless. The whole point of like Final Fantasy, you walk on your own, you control it.
yeah,
You all right? You also like monster. Oh fuck! I get to fight the monster. Not this one. This one was like automatic monster, and you just press one button. It's like it kills it. Oh, okay. Monster is like one button. Okay.
it's
guess.
one of those cheaply made RPGs.
Yeah, I think it was Final Fantasy EVS or EV.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them on the market right now.
I just wanted to see if it did something.
Oh, it does something.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's still kind of crazy because I'm still wearing earphones.
Yeah. Well, you could still hear, right?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. This
Yeah,
is why I'm actually
yeah.
enjoying this.
Yeah, I guess we could call it.
It quits.
Yeah, we actually haven't recorded a podcast this long in a while.
I know. You know why? Because the creative juices is flowing.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we eventually we will have like some form of like a topic list. Like I was trying to work on it again. Like
It's kind of hard though.
yeah, like I was trying to think of
But like right
ideas.
now, we actually went through many ideas, but synchronized. We went through one
Yeah.
idea and then we
like my whole idea of this podcast today was just
Just random.
talking about the deep web.
generational and then
Yeah.
deep web. Yeah,
I don't know
both
how
of
we transition into the other things.
But it goes to that though. I mean, generationally, like that's the new thing.
yeah.
That's the new thing. If you ever like all the college kids are doing it. Like, they're literally going through the deep web, so it's basically then like the new surface web. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So it does go correlate to everything from black to the deep web to generational to how stupid people are. You know, as it all correlates to one set of things.
I guess that works. Yeah.
The future.
But anyways, this was Ziggy.
And this is Pony.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.